What if I told you there's a secret that could change the way you see the world? In a time and place when Einstein's theories were the spark that ignited scientific imaginations, enter Nikolai Kozyrev, a brilliant astrophysicist who dared to tread where others merely whispered in hushed tones. Locked away in a Siberian labor camp, he dared to dream of manipulating time and space, creating something known as the Kozyrev Mirror. And what happened next? UFOs, cosmic visitors, and revelations that defy conventional explanation. But hey, why keep all this fascinating knowledge to ourselves? Join our community of curious minds today by subscribing right away and unlock the world's curiosities on Becker's Casual History. Did the Kozyrev Mirror really act as a beacon for UFOs over the North Pole in 1990? To understand this extraordinary phenomenon, we have to take a deep dive into the story's origins. This extraordinary narrative finds its roots in the grim reality of the Soviet Union's infamous gulags, featuring a brilliant astrophysicist named Nikolai Alexandrovich Kozyrev. It's the 1930s, and Kozyrev's actions managed to irk none other than the Soviet Premier, Joseph Stalin. The consequence? A chilling 20-year sentence in a Siberian labor camp. What makes this tale even more fascinating is Kozyrev's deep admiration for none other than Albert Einstein, and his groundbreaking theories about the fourth dimension, encompassing space and time. This admiration served as the catalyst for Kozyrev's audacious mirror experiment. Now imagine Kozyrev confined to a Siberian cell, devoid of any scientific instruments or reference materials. So Kozyrev pondered, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, can you make time travel a reality?" Well, for this astrophysicist, the answer was a resounding yes. He hypothesized that certain materials, when shaped correctly, could manipulate the very fabric of time and space. In his own words, a mirror can be made that can bend absolutely anything, including time. Time travel is possible in a mirror. His groundbreaking idea was brought to life in a device known as the Kozyrev Mirror. But the story takes an unexpected turn. Just as Kozyrev's time concentrator was born, he left this world in 1983. And not long after, the iron grip of the Soviet Union began to crumble. With newfound freedom, the former Soviet society embraced experimentation in various realms, from politics to science. This era of openness, referred to as glasnost, provided the perfect environment to realize Kozyrev's groundbreaking mirror. It was Russian Dr. Vlail Kaznechev and his colleague Dr. Alexander Trofimov who took the plunge, building the very first Kozyrev mirror. In December of 1990, the two intrepid researchers embarked on a mission to a remote village near the North Pole, a place by the name of Dixon. Their venture with the mirror commenced with an uncanny occurrence. On the very day they set up the mirror in Dixon, December 20th, 1990, they recorded their inaugural UFO sightings. Witnesses described these UFOs as having the appearance of car headlights, but with a peculiar twist. Their beams pointed in the opposite direction of the craft's flight. Fast forward to December 27th and something truly extraordinary unfolded. While the Northern Lights are a common spectacle in these parts due to Dixon's proximity to the North Pole, this night was different. Villagers reported an astonishing sight. Thousands of multicolored arrows rained down from the sky, converging around the research headquarters. This phenomenon left even recording instruments perplexed, causing them to falter and fail. It wasn't long before the researchers discovered another remarkable effect. Small steel objects in the vicinity had been magnetized, hinting at a significant disturbance in the Earth's magnetic field. These researchers were informed that the Earth's magnetic field had undergone a severe disruption, with the measurement of nanoteslas used to gauge the magnetic field's strength, spiking dramatically from 160 to 990 NTs. With these extraordinary events unfolding, the time had come for volunteers to step into the mirror. However, their initial encounters with the mirror invoked primal and animalistic emotions, leaving them overwhelmed by fear. As they braved this fear, volunteers reported witnessing a stream of symbols, akin to neon signs, parading before their eyes. Among these symbols, one stood out, recurring persistently: the Eye of Providence, an ancient emblem etched into temple stones by civilizations spanning thousands of years. These symbols were accompanied by sensations of nausea, paranoia, dread, and dizziness. Awaiting them within the mirror was a figure, faceless and dressed in white. As the experience unfolded, the symbols gradually gave way to human-like forms, all clad in white attire. These spectral figures, however, had a tendency to disappear abruptly, leaving the volunteers perplexed. One volunteer had an extraordinary encounter. A figure materialized in the room, devoid of a face and conveyed a troubling message. Your planet is in danger. It is suffering. There may be a disaster. When asked for specifics, the figure remained silent. For others, the experience took diverse and surreal forms. Some felt an encroaching presence from both sides, followed by a vision of a volcanic eruption with cascading lava. There were those who reported witnessing flying black discs with white windows, while another recounted a vision of themselves at the age of 5, accompanied by the appearance of a tall man in a white suit. As the experiment unfolded, a remarkable 30 to 40% of participants reported encounters with their own past lives or witnessed historical events. These phenomena were more common among those who spent extended periods within the mirror. According to statistics gathered by the researchers, a staggering 85% of volunteers felt as though they had been propelled into the boundless expanse of outer space. Approximately 75% claimed to have sighted unidentified flying objects, or UFOs. Furthermore, an additional 68% sensed the presence of an observer described as humanoid but lacking facial features. These observers seemingly possessed an uncanny ability to influence the volunteers, akin to mind control. The bewildering experiences of those in the Kozyrev experiment left the researchers baffled. They were uncertain whether these were mere visual projections, akin to television images or something more profound. For the volunteers, these encounters were an undeniable reality, evoking the sensation of having traversed through time. This peculiar mirror appeared to be more than a mere temporal device, as it brought participants in contact with entities beyond the realms of human experience. It raised the curious notion that the scientists might have inadvertently constructed a rudimentary means of reaching out to UFOs. Intriguingly, the two scientists behind the Kozyrev Mirror found themselves grappling with the physical, psychological, and psychic effects it had on the participants. Did the opening of a portal lead us into a world we were ill-prepared to face? Dr. Kozyrev expressed concern that the aftermath of the mirror experiment could be an unforeseen result of engaging with the time-energy phenomena the Kozyrev Mirror unleashed. His fears centered on the notion that the human mind might not possess the capacity to comprehend this experience. Furthermore, Kozyrev proposed an intriguing theory, one that painted the Kozyrev Mirror as a gateway to an alternative realm, potentially unfriendly to humanity. He speculated that the presence of these white entities and UFOs hinted at the existence of an intelligence within the mirror that might not have our best interests at heart. The fact that participants experienced unexplainable fear, health issues, and moments of mental instability raised the unsettling possibility that these entities could have a detrimental impact on humans. This notion of cosmic consciousness, though tantalizing, could be deeply disturbing to us. The researchers were left grappling with a power that exceeded their understanding. In Koznachev's words, "We have yet to unravel the enigmas concealed within these mirrors. Working with them carries numerous threats." He went on to suggest that the universe remains largely unattainable. The initial experiment with the Kozyrev Mirror concluded in the spring of 1991. Since then, Koznachev has been involved in efforts to urge the United Nations to ban psychotronic weapons. What do you think about this perplexing journey? Could it be a portal to another dimension, a window into cosmic consciousness, or something beyond our wildest imagination? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed this exploration into the uncharted territories of history and the unexplainable, don't forget to subscribe to Becca's Casual History for more mind-bending stories and intriguing mysteries. Thanks for joining us.